And so basically, we can approach these things in life in about 4 different characters in the book Winnie the Pooh. Okay? Have you ever thought about Winnie the Pooh? You ever thought about the characters? First you got Pooh. And Pooh is that solid, childlike faith Christian. Okay, he's just trusting and he's loyal and he's always looking for the good in any and every circumstance. Probably needs a little bit of spiritual discernment. Okay, probably not quite wise sometimes in the way of the world. He needs a little bit of discernment, but Pooh truly is that Matthew 18 believer who, unless you come with the faith of a child, man, that's who he is. And so I can walk into my circumstance, my situation, and just say, God, I absolutely trust you in the midst of everything that's going on. Then you got Piglet. Okay, and Piglet's that guy that worries. And he's timid. He's afraid. And he knows he can trust God. God's proven himself. Oh, anybody ever been there? God, I know you were there yesterday, but I don't know if you can handle today. And so Piglet is that guy that he's always worried. Now he's faithful and he's strong and he's going to do, but he's easily overwhelmed. He's anxious. He's all of that stuff. But yet he's deeply loyal. And yet he battles his fear and his faith every single day. And what we see from Piglet is what Paul writes to Timothy in 2 Timothy chapter 1. He says, verse 7, but the Lord has not given us a spirit of fear, but of a sound mind and power. See, I can walk through my wound with the faith of Piglet saying, yeah, Lord, I know you can, but I don't know if you will, and I don't know where you are, or I'm worried, I'm concerned, or I can say, no, God didn't give me a spirit of fear. And I can walk confidently that who he is. And then there's my favorite, Eeyore. Eeyore's the melancholy. Eeyore looks for the problem in every solution. Okay, that's just who he is. He's melancholy, Eeyore, that's a nice tale. It's not much of a tale, but I'm attached to it. He's just always looking for the problem. He's always expecting to be disappointed. He's a believer, but he's a believer like Psalm 42, where he's sitting there and saying, God, my God, why have you forsaken me? And then the next verse, but to you I will cry out because you're my hope. And that's how so many of us are. We walk through life looking at the problem instead of looking to the Savior. And then you've got Christopher Robin, who is a type of Christ. He's always encouraging. He's always building other people up. He's always pointing them to what is true. And he wrote the story, Christopher Robin did. He enacts a story so that these characters have what he knows to be life. See, Jesus came to this world. And he wrote our story through his death, burial, and his resurrection. And he writes what you and I can know as life. If we will trust him. So the goal for us is to let go of being an Eeyore or a Piglet, become more trusting and more encouraging in how we walk through our wound. That's how we live thankfully.